Alright, ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows that the capital of the Empire of India is in Chola Mandalam in Tanjavur, in which and now this place is about to witness a pretty significant change, at least in my lifestyle. As you noticed, I already went to the barber and just got myself a long hair and pretty long beard and a thick mustache for that. And the reason is that I want to, befit an image of a warrior. And there's good reason for that, because I have decided to, well, take on a completely different path of a warrior. Because we know that the past couple of rulers in the past, they were usually Buddhist Holy Warriors. But I'm going to be a different kind of warrior. Not a holy warrior, but the more of a rowdy, rough and ready type. If you don't know what the heck am I talking about, I'm not talking about joining a fighters guild or these guys, but I want to join them, the Followers of Otso, which belongs to the Suomenusko religion, which you can only join warrior lodges like these if you are a pagan. And for me, I'm far from being a pagan. But there is a way to convert. Much like how I've been secretly Manichaean for most of my young life, but I see no use of that religion. What we're going to do is find somebody that is not my religion group, and find somebody who is a Suomenusko. Because I remember seeing someone. Bunch of fingers. Okay, here we go. There's Suomenusko. And there's this woman there. Starts with the letter K. And just, I'm not good with their names. And plus the reason of why do we have the option to join such a warrior lodge despite being Indian? Well, there's the Bengali Suomenusko, which may sound like a very unusual combination. Because the people who run the Great Academy, especially the Wisdom here, it's like, yes, they're Bengali, but they're of the Suomenusko religion, and due to that, nobody in India can be educated in that Great Academy. As in, somebody put, no Jains, no Hindus, no Buddhists allowed. Or anyone else for that matter, unless you are Suomenusko. Which, of course, as far as Mold Authority is concerned, it's pretty much a dead religion in this playthrough, but there's still a few landed individuals that worship that old pagan faith. So, we're going to use it. What's her name? Katyako. That's her name. Not this one, the other one. No, I didn't think it was her. And which, by the way, the liege, Hindu. So I think they'll definitely cooperate. So, give me her. No? Oh, his claimant. Oh, no, I remember. It's this woman. This one. Liege, Buddhist. Just like me. So we'll definitely go for it. Yeah, this Ninets woman, Final Relic. As you can see, moral authority is 0. So give me her. And I'll definitely accept it because, hey, we're Buddhists. Help a fellow Buddhist out, will ya? So they're gonna give me this woman. And then we'll set up this next move as she comes to India. Secretly Hindu? Oh, don't worry about that. Plus goes to Merv. Trouble. I was about to say, you know what? Kill him anyway, because, he gets to have a piece of land. Just for once. Alright, there she is. Katyako. She's my concubine, but she's chaste. I really don't care if If I want to get to me, I mean, yes, she may be a little bit older than I, but there's a reason of why she's here. Secretly convert to Suomenusko. The Suomenusko faith that Katyako intrigues and fascinates me. I could not embrace it openly. I'm tempted to convert in secrecy. And because of that, I'm going to lose a bunch of karma for this. No longer secretly Manichaean, now secretly Suomenusko. Which, why on earth would I want to create a secret Suomenusko society in India? So, that's step one. Let that be a reminder, like if you, of somebody that is of a established faith, like Buddhist, for example. Step one, get a woman with pagan faith and hope their liege is of your Eastern group, for example. And then they give you this woman as concubine. If it depends on what kind of government and what religion you are of. Which, again, Eastern group. Step two, I will personally adopt the faith. I will give up the charade of the false religion I've acted upon and openly declare the true faith. It's only temporary. So, ding ding ding, I'm Suomenusko now. Tamil Suomenusko. And remember, there are flaws when you convert to such a faith like that. I mean, all the vassals, yeah, they're not going to be happy with that. Especially those who are zealous, and as well as, well, you lose your caste. That's another thing. I was Kshatriya, but now it's gone. So those who are Hindus are going to be very mad. Unless you, especially somebody who's zealous. And people say, hey, you are casteless. You are married to a Kshatriya woman. You don't have that right. And you are low caste. You are an untouchable. That's what they're saying to me. But do not worry. I'm only going to be Suomenusko for a week. Step 3. Join the Followers of Otso. The Suomenusko Followers of Otso do not even utter the name of the sacred animal, but draw strength from worshipping the bear, calling it the king of the forest. After hunting one, a complex ritual must take place, wherein the bear is convinced that it was not slain, but died to the fault of its own, so that hunters may drown themselves in its fire. Again, the Suomenusko faith is definitely not native in India. It's native to, all the heck way up there, even though it's largely Christianized now. And a few isolated spots. Oh wait, that's Zoroastrian. Mazdaki. There's Suomenusko there, which interestingly, County of Perm is a holy site of theirs. So, good thing that they're not extinct in this playthrough. It's the Suomenusko faith, which gives me the chance to join their society. Which I will do that now. Remember, if you want to join a society, you have to be of that pagan faith. But that's just one of these must be true. But all of this must be true. They have to have at least 10 members. And also you have to be tribal or nomadic, which is just optional, even though I'm feudal. The liege, vassal, or neighboring ruler follows the Suomenusko religion. I have a vassal, the wisdom guy, who runs the academy, is Suomenusko. And most definitely, you cannot be zealous. Otherwise, I'll tell you the zealous part more. And one more thing, as you see up there, it says, is female or is AI controlled? Females cannot join the society. And the reason why? It's because I'm running the Christian immersion mod. Even though it enhances the Christians over there in their playthrough if you were to use that mod, but here, for the Indian faith, that's what gives us the option to, well, it's not there anymore. That's what gives us the option to, abdicate to become an ascetic. That's the reason why I use this mod. So I can have that option to abdicate, which you've seen it done a few times in earlier episodes. But I ain't going to be abdicating anytime soon with this character. So here down in southern India, in Tamil Nadu, in Chola Mandalam, there's a man who's, living a completely different lifestyle for a man of Dravidian culture. He joins this Warriors Lodge Society. Captain Havu of the Finnish band of the Followers of Otso greets me with a brief nod. Another recruit, huh? To join our ranks, you need to prove yourself, boy, the man says gruffly, folding his arms across his chest. You'll be finding one of our own. Still interested, my lord? Yeah. Havu the Fox, 79 years old. He's been around for a long time. And it's ironic that he's craven despite the fact he's just trying to put on a tough face. To say, you want to join us, huh? It's like, yeah, he may look big and strong, but he has a coward's mind. Not to mention trusting and lazy. How he's a hero is beyond me. So I gladly fight to prove to myself. I agreed to duel whoever it is that the Followers of Otso has chosen for me. Alright. Remember, just only going to be Suomenusko for a week. Captain Havlu, the Fox, and the Followers of Otso have chosen Ito. Oh, Ito, how do you say that name? That's of a Finnish origin. He is my opponent. The staunch man eyes me up and down when we're introduced. Fresh meat, he offers mockingly, before shoving an elbow into my side, making everyone laugh. A demonstrating duel, huh? A duel will take place over the next few days. Even though he's wounded, so one would think I should take it easy on him. I mean, may never know I accidentally kill him in a demonstration duel. Because, you know, I'm born strong. My eye hurts, but somehow it doesn't seem as bad as one of my opponent's suffering. I'm not done, Hinta says, through gritted teeth, but then he lies back down on the ground, throwing his dull spear to his side. When I step closer, he splutters, No, I'm done. I yield. It's all worth it. I win the duel, but I got wounded and got a black eye for my efforts. Even though he's already wounded and I gave him a concussion. But do not worry. Yeah, I may got a black eye and wounded, but since I'm born strong and the hunting focus, I'll definitely live. Well, do I pass? To the Honorable Samrat Chakravartin of Rajaditya of India. During your initiation, your display of bravery and good attitude has impressed us all. We gladly invite you into our ranks. Finally. So I'm in. And you know, let me remind you of how being in a Pagan Warrior Lodge works. I started off with 100 renown. Like, have you lost the initiation duel, they'll still let you in. It's just you would start off with 0 renown. Since I won, but I got wounded during the duel, I start off with 100. And if you win the duel without having a scratch on you, you will start off with 200 renown. And so, with that, I'm in. That's how you join a warrior lodge if you're a pagan. And as for the, you can't join this warrior's lodge as a female, well, that's because of the Christian immersion mod. They don't allow females in the warrior lodges except the warrior lodge that belongs to the Germanic faith. And they're the only ones that are allowed to use shield maidens. And if you really care about playing as a female character or having shield maidens in a pagan warrior lodge, then don't use the Christian immersion mod for that. So you could say this is men's only here, as there are 22 members here. 4 heroes, 8 veterans, 3 warriors, and 7 fledglings, which I'm one of them now. Only one Bengali man, the Wisdom. He's the... you could say I'm not the first Indian to be a member of this society. He is, unless the predecessors have done so. And since I'm a fledgling, I'm allowed to duel, even if I don't have the war focus on. But the Shield Maiden is only if you're a Germanic pagan. And also I'm more resilient to battle injuries, and when I lead troops, my experience gives me access to new events on the field of battle. And they'll have more benefits, which we'll talk about it as we rank up. So as for the renown gain, it's only 10. Because, you know, martial, I'm shrewd, I'm born strong, I'm proud, patient, and diligent. So, pretty good start. Once I get better from my wound, then I will have a little more gain. And whatever other traits that would definitely help me on in this. Okay now, so Hindus are mad at me, right? Because I'm of a different faith and I'm casteless. I'm married to a Kshatriya woman and she's a Hindu. So, do not worry. I got this handled. I will convert to her Hindu faith. So, the pillow talk of a spouse or concubine can be very persuasive. I can convert to Lakshmi Devi's faith and become a Hinduistan. So I will lose prestige for this, which I got a lot of. Even though the moral authority of Suomenusko is already 0, I may get sympathy for pagan religions. And I'll be Hindu and I'll be Vaishnavist along with that, which fine by me, because vassal opinion. Unless I want to change it to a different one. Like if you don't give me children in the next 5 years, I'm going to switch to becoming a Shaktiist. So now I'm Hindu. I'm a Hindu and a Vaishnavist, the one that views Vishnu as the supreme god. So now we got that out of the way. Well, now the question is, you're still not Kshatriya. You're still considered as casteless, untouchable. Well, I can become a Kshatriya caste. Changing caste is traditionally not possible. However, for a determined ruler who is willing to pay the price in gifts and bribes as well as the risk of the ire of the Hindu society, even the impossible might be achieved. And after a generation or so, who knows, people might even forget that his family weren't always Kshatriya. A person of high learning will impress more and thus have a lowered cost in gold for the whole process. So, this is one of the requirements if you wish to become Kshatriya again, after what I just pulled off there. So if you're a Brahmin, you're going to have 200 karma. And since I'm casteless, well then you're going to pay big time. Because if you're one of these must be true, you got to pay 14,000 gold. That's 12 years income. That's 12 years income based on the amount of money that you make monthly. But luckily, I have the learning skill of 12, so we'll do it at a reduced price of over 7,000 gold in 6 years income. So I will lose the karma and the gold, and I'm back to being Kshatriya caste, and the Hindus are happy again. So ding ding ding, I'm Kshatriya again. So that's no problem. But since I freshly, converted from a Hindu faith, no, Suomenusko faith, and then went to being back Hindu. Also, thank you for your service. Now get out of here. Scram. That's what I brought her here for. So I can join that warrior lodge. While I will be Hindu. Even though the moral authority is not its best, because, not all the places are, Hindu. And since I can choose a personal patron deity among the powerful gods and goddesses of Hindu faith, since you just joined the warrior lodge and you're going to be focused on the martial skill, let me see. Should it be Shiva? Which kind of even out. I'm looking for martial. Well, I prefer stability, so I'm going to go for Kali, the Slayer of Agent and Time. Lose a bit of learning and add a bit of martial. Which means if I wanted to, I can hold the Kali Puja feast. Which, of course, there is a chance you would become a zealous Hindu, which will get you kicked out of the society. Let that be reminded again. They can only kick you out of the society if you become zealous of a non-pagan faith, or a non-Suomenusko faith, so to speak, since I'm a member of their Warriors Lodge. So, there you go. I gave you 12 minutes, 20 minutes, of how to join a Warrior Lodge, even if you are of a different faith. So, I was born and raised Buddhist, became Suomenusko for a week or so, and now I'm back to being in my Vedic roots. For the Chola, anyhow. But there is one flaw for converting from one faith to another, especially a pagan one. Look, it's Gavelkind again. Want to switch it back to primogeniture? Be patient, wait for 10 years, make sure that none of the vassals hate you. I'm looking at you, Iraq, and to tell all the vassals to have peace with one another, even though I cannot enforce a realm peace because, well, this is an absolute rule. So, there we go. We've done it all here. And for goodness sakes, no. Noble warrior at the gate. You Kshatriya? Vaishya, you can't join. You have to be Kshatriya Hindu. That. Sometimes I wish I could, I don't know, make you join Oh, seeing that dual option. That reminds me. I have a bone to pick with this guy, who just recently returned to India because he's inherited that part. Oh yeah, I just came out of a duel. The initiation duel. And since I'm Hindu again, that also means that temple construction will be on hold and the Buddhist school will not be finished. I will only be Hindu for this ruler's reign. Once I have children, they're going to be Buddhist skin. I will only be Hindu at this time. And that means the glorious temple of Chola Mandalam is active again. Soldier revolt. Sistan. Man, we spend all that money just to convince everybody that, hey, we're Kshatriya again. I'm a Hindu, I'm a Tamil Hindu who, who is a member of that Pagan Warrior Lodge, who gets to, live a life of a rough and tough warrior. And I would love to have leadership traits, so I kind of want to fight these raiders for myself. But I will have them dealt with. If I get better from my wounds, of course. So wherever the raiders are, I will raise the levies and I will beat the heck out of them. And you get this, and you may see a different battlefield event. Oh yes, and as a Hindu, we can raid again. Sure, whatever. And speaking of raid, you know about China, right? That's currently suffering a great famine. We can raid. The Yuan Empire is overburdened with riches. Why should we vie for the Emperor's grace when we could just take out whatever we want? Taking this decision will disable all the paid tribute and ask boon interactions as long as the raid persists. And then 5 years after that, while raiding China, I will lose grace but gain loot and spoils every year. A portion of the soldiers will also be unavailable for the duration of the raid. And remember, the grace goes down anyways because we angered China long ago. So you're going to say, not only we have issues with the UN Empire, but we're stronger than them, and we can defeat them in the war whenever we wanted it to. So therefore, we're going to raid their land. The Protector General of the Great Emperor addresses a letter to the marauding Samrat Chakravartin of the Empire of India. May your realm crumble under your incompetent rule. Do be warned that angering the heavenly Borjan Nagradai Emperor Sengzong of the UN Empire is most unwise. Do not act surprised when our forces put an end to your misguided raids. I'm not afraid of empty threats. And when you raid China, your national levy size goes down, so will the reinforcements. But the manpower, that's for nomads. Less growth. We won't get much of trade income, which great famine's ongoing anyhow, and lose the monthly grace. So yeah, we need the money. So we're going to be looting China. We're not sending raiders directly to them. No. It's because you're bordered with them, and you can do that and get away with it. Should they send troops their way to attack us, we'll be ready. Now let's stop these guys. Even though I'm kind of wounded at the moment and I may get killed in the process. Here are their commanders. Oh, I can take them on. What are you worried about? Even if we're going to take it to the mountains. Just want to fight a battle and see if I can pick up a leadership trait. Here's one. For once, I'm going to be focusing on war elephants. It's to add up the morale damage, which would definitely help us. Future battle. I am one with the bear. I find myself chanting with each swing of my sword. For India! I roar, my weapon bludgeoning the soul out of any who dare step in my way. Bodies and blood fill the mountains, and I keep bellowing my battle cry, awash in a river of extinguished lives. I found my purpose. Never thought I would see that nickname. He is Samrat Chakravartin Irâcâtitta, Bear Spirit. He has the spirit of the bear. Yes, there are bears in India, but they're not as big as, you know, the bears of Finland and Russia and whatnot. So we just drove out these raiders and Irâcâtitta, Bear Spirit. For a man who's about as strong as Bhim. That's a reference to a character from the Mahabharata story. Anyone else who raids India is going to pay dearly. I just want to fight the raiders out, pick up a leadership trait, and improve my skills. And apparently got a nickname in the process. At a very young age, too. The predecessor was called the Fair because Grandma named him that. Here, I'm that because... Hey, cruel trait is good for the Warrior Lodge, so for once, how about I just take it from you? Cruel is good. Hold it. Alright, let's go. Go up to Delhi. Hey, do we have a organizer around here? I could get troops moving fast. No? Set. Any able-bodied man or woman that is willing to join. that has an organizer and is Kshatriya if you are Hindu. There's an easy way to search. There's one, and he's Serbian. Serbian Buddhist, so therefore you can definitely be commander. But he's casteless though, so me being a Hindu may not like you, but we find you useful. We'll bring the Serbian man in as a way of gotta get these troops moving fast. Most excellent Samrat Chakravartin, he calls me. Welcome to the Indian Army. I do not know if you are the first Serbian to serve the Indian Army. I brought you here because we need your skill. So we're putting you on this flank. Oh yeah, we'll definitely catch them. Even if we take a river crossing penalty. And you might as well bring another commander with you. Oh yes, the Sunni Holy Warrior. Oh, you brought your daughter here too. Oh. You know, I've always wanted to have a child. And the wife is kind of half and half. And they, well, and nobody's going to get over the fact that I changed caste. So, not to mention, she could be a deceitful one. Screw it! Okay, we drove these raiders out. Who's next? Who dares to touch India of her treasures? Oh, that ain't enough. Those troops from Assam ain't offering much, but I know another part of the country that will. Kalinga. Same positions. As you were. I'm still waiting for a mission from you. And it's good to be the Samrat Chakravartin. If it's a son, I'm definitely legitimizing it. Well, actually, you shouldn't jump the gun here. Well, you're a strong girl, but you'd be one for diplomacy. I'm sure they would want your hand. As I said before. My brother? Oh, you are a terrible person, and I want to have children for myself, so you're going in dungeon. I don't want to kill you, because that'll give me kinslayer. That reminds me. Sympathy for Muslim religions. Since I already have sympathy for Muslim religions, and I don't have sympathy for pagans, so maybe we should be sympathy for Muslim religions. Because remember, that woman I fell in love with is a Muslim, and we have a Muslim vassal, so they'll like me more if I just become sympathy. Remember, don't be zealous, because they'll kick me out of that new society. The raiders we sent to the UN Empire have returned. With them, they're carrying plenty of loot to plunder from the small villages on the outskirts of the Middle Kingdom. Bring the spoils to me. Small gain of prestige and gold. Alrighty. So let's just follow down to Brahmaputra and fight these guys on the mountains. Uh-oh. I finally impregnated my wife, but I will soon impregnate my lover. Yep. That's only because I'm real anxious of having children. And I will have them. And I'm still not fully recovered from being wounded. I would love to duel against my rival, but... You know what? Get that bounty off of him. As I said, we will fight one day. I want to fight my way. I'm not going to let some bounty hunter take your head. No, I won't. Mongol Manichaean. He may be a good-looking man, but he's a lazy bum. I'll duel the commander myself. My grip cramping around my chin as Bartan braces for another attack. The following moments are a blur. Blood suddenly or somebody shouting. Did Samrat Chakravartin of Rajaditya just sever his head from his body? There he goes. And with that, first battlefield experience. Uh-oh. They call her the unfaithful. And that makes me an adulterer. And wife doesn't like it. And therefore, they're rivals now. Whoops! I'm gonna have to break up with you. Again, I was just real anxious of having children. Different Bartan. Well, look at you. Doctor of Natural Philosophy. What the hell are you doing here? Hey, by the way, can we recruit you? No, we can't. Okay, we took care of that. Who else is raiding? Nobody, huh? We drove them all out. And they're on retreat? Well, at least I was able to get some experience. The pregnancy has caused Mara to develop unusual taste. Most of what she asks for during nowadays ranges from mildly unsettling to positively revolting. Still, scholars do agree that a pregnant woman's cravings should always be accommodated. Listen, I'm a greedy bastard, so I have no money to spend on this nonsense. And my wife is not stressed about it. I just told her no. Of course, that means she likes me even less. So she's angry. But we'll get over it, right? Let's just have a private conversation. Let's talk it out, alright? How about I try to seduce her, which I don't think it's going to work because she knows too much. I try to kiss her, but she recoils with disgust and fear on her face. Curses! Well, to be fair, there's still blood on my face. I'm still wounded and adulterer, and she will not accept that. But I don't care. You bear a child of mine. But the pregnancy has made my wife, Lakshmi Devi, much more talkative and cheerful than usual. She never misses a chance to chat with anybody with an earshot. Unfortunately, most scholars agree that a pregnant woman should spend as much time as possible resting in a dark room and avoid giving birth to a sickly child. You gotta rest. Please. You will be bearing India's future. And resting in the dark has helped my wife calm herself and clear her head. She looks in much better health and is ready to deliver a strong child, as I hope. Hope the child is either born strong or born genius, or a very rare combination of both. It can happen. You've yet to give me a single mission, or an event that relates to the Warrior Lodge stuff. Well, meanwhile, there's an epidemic of camp fever, which will most definitely not come to Chola alone. There we go, no longer wounded. Well, just let it slide. He doesn't have to be Hindu, he's Buddhist. Also, I noticed the Commissioner Quran. Or, here's an idea. It's like, hey, I'd be willing to spend money to commission a Quran. Of course, I cannot use it because I'm not a Muslim, but maybe this guy here, he doesn't have a Quran. Like, I should just commission it and give it to him just to show him that, hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm nice towards the Muslim minority in India. Or better yet, give it to the Sunni Caliph, who's in jail still, because he tried to steal an artifact. Yeah. By the way, the Commissioner Quran and Bible, that's as part of the Christian Immersion mod. That mod that I mentioned that I use for this series. I saw the tiger hunt option, and then this popped up. The white tiger. Lately, I've heard persistent rumors from peasants and travelers in the wilds that a strange mythical beast has been sighted in my realm. It's a white tiger, powerful and elusive. The common folk claims it comes from another world, and that the hunter who claims it will be imbued with divine power. I must send people to find it. So there's a white tiger somewhere in the subcontinent. To the proud Samrat Chakravartin of Rajaditya. Staying idle is not in the warrior's blood. Hence, I invite you to aid me against my enemies. I promise to put in a good word at the lodge based on your participation in the war. Let the battlefield overflow with the blood of our fallen enemies. But you guys live very far away from me. Oh, somehow you guys become Suomenusko. Although theoretically we can send you help by ship and land over in northern Finland and Lapland, also known in that area as Sapmi, homeland of the Sami people. These guys too. And who's attacking you on the defensive war? Sovereign. Oh, yeah. We'll try to save you. We'll try to help you out for once. I mean, you guys aren't doing anything. And Serbia can handle it themselves. So, yeah. For once, we're going on an expedition. I want to improve, more of my martial skill and, try to have another leadership trait. And I still got a bone to pick with you. It's time for a duel. Or, still have not. And plus, I'm about to be in war, so I will join a defensive war, and I may get some renown based on the conduct. But the real question is supply limit. You wouldn't want to be up there when it's winter, so the only safest port is over there. It's Slavonia, which is ran by Norse Catholics that are tribal. Just only 2 tribal vassals. And, oh yeah, there's this one little revolt they're dealing with by Sami Orthodox. Well then, get the Anatolian Navy. And I think it's entirely possible we'll send a couple more forces out there. Just a few at a time. Even though this is not a great place to be fighting in because of lack of holdings. Well, I will be there. I feel like killing some enemies. Oh no, it's not against Salnia. It's to, defeat those guys instead. Oh, okay. I understand. But still. Oh, again, we can't request it because they're pagans. They will never accept our invitations for them to help out their world. That's only if the Warrior Lodge says so. So come on in. We're bringing the retinue over. We're all going on a long trip all the way to the Gulf of Bothnia. Hopefully it won't be too late. Child was born normal, unfortunately, but oh well. Vigilia. Raiders! As the Navy's on their way, we're gonna go kill some more raiders in just a moment. Whoops! It's like, yeah, he ain't gonna like that, but... And I already told her to buzz off, so I'll just denounce the child. Where do you think you're going? Let me have a piece of them. Oh yeah, the woman who helped me become Suomenusko. Yeah, you can marry her. As members of the Followers of Otso, we strive to better ourselves and each other. One way is the occasional sparring match for practice and honor. Seek out a dual veteran Sudbea, and you will find him in Koshma. Ninette's man, and they call him the Bone Squeezer. Mm. And he's got bear paw. A musky paw of a great bear hunted down and slain by Chief Sudbea after a long and perilous journey. Wow. That's what I call impressive. Signed by the man from the Sami band. I don't think we can do it right now because I'm at war. And been recently in a duel. So it's going to take a while. You're just barely leaving the Mediterranean. You know, for that man who has that claimant... Yeah. Hopefully somebody could get rid of him. And once that claimant's gone, there's still a Suomenusko man in Chola. An arm wrestling challenge. Many important warriors have gathered in the lodge tonight in order to celebrate a recent hunt. Well, I'm about to go hunt on a white tiger. I have barely joined some of my friends in the festivities when Yar budges in, claiming that he is twice as strong as I am, and challenged me to an arm wrestling match to prove it. Yeah, how strong are you? Look at you, you're wounded, you have an infection, and have a black eye. Well, meanwhile, you're dealing with a man who's called Bear Spirit, and as strong as Bin. You're on. Yar and I sit in front of the other, preparing ourselves for the game. We put our arms on the table, while the third fighter holds our fists still. The crowd around us chants a disjointed countdown, and cheers as we start pushing against each other. Things are not looking great for Yar. I'm slowly managing to get his knuckles on the table, despite his best efforts to push my hand back, when he suddenly shouts a semi-coherent warning about something dangerous behind me. I'm baffled. Do you think I'm that stupid? With a loud thud, I slammed Yard's fist against the table, earning a shower of cheers from the other warriors gathered around us. My opponent glares at me and mumbles something about accepting defeat as he rubs his hand. I'll gain a little renown, so I'll just say, "What sort of weakling are you? You lousy winner?" You may not live after this. Tonight, as I was just about to leave the main hall, I was approached by Kako, one of my fellow warriors. After chatting for a while, he reveals to me that he's been watching me for a while, and has considered me one of the most valuable members of the lodge, as well as a terrific fighter. Oh, thanks. I feel the same way about you. At least you are a young, healthy man. You know, you have a swollen wrist. And he's a follower of Tapil and Mailiki. Yeah. Made my first friend. Oh, he's challenged me to a fight for glory. The only respectful response would be to accept the challenge. After I insult, I guess he didn't take that insult too kindly. This duel might be your last, so challenge accepted. It's a good day for a duel, I chuckle, letting my gem in my hand. Enough talking, my opponent growled. Soon, Yar's lying face down in the dirt. Seems I make his eyes bleed, possibly blinding him. So he's going to be wounded, he's infected, and severely injured. He's definitely going to die, but I don't want to be merciless. Just walk away victorious. That duel is his last. Now hurry up and sail faster. Good news, my lord. We received credible reports of a recent sighting of a white tiger in the county of Nabadwipa. Nabadwipa? Where the heck is that? That's not down in Tamil Nadu. That sounds like a Tibetan county or somewhere out west. Okay, let me look it up in just a moment. I know it feels like we're not going through this timeline fast, since we've been largely focusing on fighting against raiders, and we're raiding China, and this and then the other. Nabadwip. The Great Trade War. Uh-oh. I never thought this would happen. I thought this would never happen, but it is. This is as part of the Great Trade League mod. The blatant tax evasion of these brigands knows no bounds. Ever since these peasants banded together to rob us of our rightful earnings, they've grown bolder every day. All feudal lords agreed to an alliance in order to take control of our economy once again. However, using our own armies will not be sufficient to root out every raft on this ship. We shall use what is left of our economy alongside our connections and organizations. They shall know why we are the rightful rulers of the world. So, this is what happens when you, if you're a member of the Great Trade League, and you may notice the influence. Which, matter of fact, I can look that up right now for you. When the influence is up to 70 or more, trade war happens. Trade war happens. Because they've been doing a lot of successful missions and making good trades. That's the reason. Now, anyways, we will take back what's ours. So the trade war has begun. So, as you can see, it's 49-51%. I'm part of the Feudal Lords Alliance. So, those who are non-members of the Great Trade League, they join the Feudal Lords Alliance if you wish to contribute. And members of the Great Trade can contribute to. They have to spend money, prestige, or their assets. And by the way, Nabadwip, it's over there in West Bengal. There it is. Nabadwipa. White tiger's been sighted over there in the jungles of West Bengal. It's kind of bordered next to Bangladesh. Don't know her. Despite my sympathies for Sunni Muslims in India. And outside of it, too. My Chancellor Mokhtar kindly suggests it would be benefited the realm if I studied the languages spoken in foreign courts. He also offered himself to aid me in my studies. An excellent idea. The Alliance stewards are tracking the League's efforts at controlling the markets. They estimate that 40% of the markets are under their control, while we secured 60%. We must keep up the pressure and not let them take over the majority. Time is on our side. Look, I got a lot of money. So, the Feudal Lords Alliance, which is us feudals, we're in the lead. We'll contribute a large portion of gold. And the raiders have returned. More spoils. Now, as for my ambition, groom an heir, because I need more children. And if I get antsy, I'm going to have to start looking for local women to have more children with. Gathered my followers and my hunting dogs. I've settled my horse and prepared my weapon. I'm ready to set out to hunt the great white tiger. An epic hunt it shall be. Just arrived. Well, since they're heading over there. But wait. Bad winter. Or we could just say, who cares? It's just a retinue, we'll reinforce in time. Unless we know a man that knows how to, fight in the winter. I highly doubt it. Nope. Nobody's winter leader. I feel bad for these guys. So all we have to do is deal with them, occupy, and then they win. So land here. You old coat. You're getting arrested for this. We arrested him, and then you are banished. 67%. More gold. And more spoils. Scouring the countryside for my prey, I came upon a lone rider. As I struck up the conversation, it turns out he also hunts for the same great animal I am after. His lack of success thus far seems to match mine, but he invites me to talk and share experiences. Please join me in my court, Irâcâtitta. Yep, he's Kshatriya, he's a hunter, and he's brave. You're now in the Indian army. We need someone like you in our ranks. I've returned to my court. The hunt for this elusive white tigers or white beast seems fruitless, but there are many more things out there in the wilds. Maybe next time I'll catch my prey. I won't give up. So the white tiger eludes me, +1 martial, a little more renown gain. Okay, we've landed. Get the Serb. We're just going to be fighting these guys. You go on the other side to the White Sea. Like if we need to have a rest, get in these ships. Even though it's going to be a long heck way back on the trip home. Huh. Write a lewd letter to her. Because of my high learning skill. And I'm lustful. She likes that. Just gotta like her more and forget about the adultery business. And the fact that I changed castes. As if I jumped the bandwagon. Oops, siege. Can finally talk in private. Alrighty. That was a favor. Thank you very much. How's the trade war going on? Oh, we control the markets big time. Market crash. Brahma saw it fit to put these mongrels back in their holes. Now that their pathetic meddling league is but a shadow of what once was, they will no longer be able to manipulate the markets of our realms. We will once again receive everything we are entitled to. Our stewards believe that it will take decades for them to recover. They will no longer be able to pose a threat to our income, and if they ever come back, we will be ready. Time to collect our dues with interest. So for the next 20 years, we control the market, so therefore, national tax modifier increases, the burger tax vassal, and big reward for money now. So our income is going to go through the roof. And we win. If these ships can hurry up and get the heck over here. And also I can finally, duel for honor. Yeah, we can't help you out on your other wars. So, just do what we could do. Also, what? Because I saw... France said that. Serbia's up to nothing. And the threat level's nearly disappeared. So, it's almost... Oh yeah, and assign all the commanders because I don't want to have anybody catch scurvy. Return to Greece. What are you doing? Big mistake. Duel for honor. You still alive? Alright. Let's fight. The Bone Squeezers chose to accept my challenge. Duel for honor, huh? As the duel begins, he comes at me slowly. I offer him my best taunting smile. It does not take long before I see and smack my wooden sword into the side of his head. He got wounded. Honestly, Chief Sabaya, this was too easy. So I gained some renown. There you go. I will train my dog personally. At least it didn't spread in all places of Tamilakam. Soon all the defensive pact areas will go away, and they're most definitely going to happen in the next episode. That's the invasion of Italy. Invading Italy and turn it Buddhist. That's what's going to happen. Another thing we can build. Yeah, secret vaults for storing particularly valuable merchandise. Because why the hell not? And look for another resource. It's another thing we should do. Well, at least you're out of prison. And you've become malnourished. What have these bastards done to you? And he's just supporting somebody else. Stewardship. Oh, just landed. Yeah, you're back in your post. That opinion of priest searches ain't going away anytime soon, so therefore he stays in prison. The raiders we sent to you and Empire have returned. This time the raids took them by the workshop of the famous siege engineer. While they managed to capture one of his apprentices, their apprentice, Shen Menzong, has been brought back to serve me. We need someone like him. A siege engineer of my own? Excellent. But better yet, make him a commander already, because, you know, setting up for a future invasion is. Now there's a tiger sighting in Alampur. That's over there. I know that place. Even though it's under revolt. And I can rank up on the Followers of Otso. And there's this other optional Warrior Lodge if you're Tengri. I have to be Tengri or nomadic. Same deal as how we joined the Followers of Otso here. She's become craven. Now I'm a warrior. How long do rats live? Because she's had that rat since she was a child, is my mother. She's had it for a long time. Now, anyways, as a warrior, now I have River. When leading armies and successfully sieging holdings, I have a greater chance of capturing enemies and looting artifacts from the holder. And with warrior training, I get to click on my character portrait and to give myself a special commander trait. And summon a lodge commander, which I'm sure we'll get one in the far future. And also with that, +1 martial and a bit more combat skill along with prestige. She likes me even more now. Do I really want to be drunk? I mean, what if I get into a drinking contest? No. I had enough of these feelings. By Brahma, I'll punch someone. And I don't want to be celibate because I need more children. Unless one of the brothers, which you haven't been married yet. And I know this guy ain't. Huh? Should I just risk it and just have one son? Because I am in no mood of becoming stressed or even depressed. I'm in no mood for that. Screw it. I'll be celibate. I won't like it, but that means, well, if my son dies, then it's going to be your children to be the heirs of India. At least you're Buddhist. So we need you married immediately instead of being betrothed and wait for somebody. Yeah, in 2 years' time you should get married, because I was about to say, why don't you marry a giant? Although, so you being lustful, and what's her learning education? No, not. Unacceptable. That means even lower fertility for someone with learning. A lot of shrewd women out there. I was about to say, yep, we found a winner, but she's possessed, so can't really trust that when there's a crazy person around. I think we found our winner. Lustful, shrewd, and brawny. It's her. You will be married to her. And the guy's in prison, so... She hails from there. Yeah. This time it will not escape me. The past month I've been spending a lot of time outside training my trusty hunting dog. I find that the combination of daily physical exercise and fresh air are doing wonders to my health and constitution. Hunter, catch, and I get a little more health. So that prolongs my life a little. I spent weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of my prey, but I'm forced to return empty-handed. I'm sure that no one's impressed by my failed adventure. It's my own failure. I'll become humble. Which, humble is actually good to have. It's +1. They've won the war against them. I'm sure China, one of these days, is gonna be... here we go again. It's like, I wonder how... It's like, when China becomes stable, stop raiding, so we can go to war against them again. Not now, child. That's because I'm a cruel father. I'm fair spirit, dang it. And I am multilingual as well. Serbian Holy War for Pest. Duchy of Pest, or, could be for most of Pest. You're winning so far, right? Dealing with Pannonia. What's left of them? Prussia. Yeah, we'll be there. Because I still want to improve my skills and pick up another leadership trait. So get your usual people. I think the Serbian commander's dead. Yeah, he's gone, but do not worry, we have another organizer with us. And he's also our spy master. Which means I'm gonna have to assign another spy master. My wife. How do you like that? And get the Holy Warrior. We'll take their across the penalty, but we have greater numbers. Anyone else? Guess we're coming to you. captured the Duke of Prussia. Who is that guy? Rumors that great spoils are waiting behind the walls of Barbera, waiting to be conquered by any daring raider with enough grit and ambition. I assume I need nothing more. So you want me to loot the province? All the way down in Somalia. You know what? I'm a Hindu, so I'm allowed to raid. So thank Shiva, or in this case I'm a Vaishnava. Thank Vishnu that I'm a Hindu, so we can perform raids. Get the Seljuks because they're the nearest. Wait a minute. Wrong province. This isn't territory. This one. And get a couple more ships. But there ain't enough room. You're going on a raid. But we have to finish this war first, so never mind. It can wait. Keep that well in mind. Gotcha. You're next. And this one he can die. Jihad for Egypt. Against Queen Ida of Egypt. Wait a minute, since she's Orthodox, that means France will likely join on the defense, even though they're having a lot of wars they're being dealt with here. You said that's no concern of ours? Hey, can we help you? Yeah! Take what's left of Egypt. You mean those parts, huh? Well, look, we'll assist you, but that's your call. Of course, that means we would have to wait for the raid. And this time we captured another duke. Oh no, no need to be stressed. I can't handle stress. Each swing of my sword has sent me deeper into enemy territory, and before I know it, I am surrounded. With a burst of energy, I roared loudly, causing a few of them to hesitate, and one unfortunate soldier staggered backwards. On tripping over the rock, I can't help but notice that he dropped his weapon in the snow. I'll take that blade and send you back to Gauntlet. I took a heavy blade. Let's see it. Heavy snow blade. A weapon lost by of our soldiers. Samrat Chakravartin of Rajaditya kept this weapon on display after bringing it back from the Battle of Fair. Spoils of war for some reason. Sentimental nonsense, I'd say. Yeah, stick around, because that weapon ain't going anywhere. But I'll still be using my famed Chinese sword. You know, the gentleman of weapons. That's what I'm basically doing. Just kill any enemy that you see. A little more loot from the Yuan Empire. Let the Serbs do the occupying, we do the killing. I should stop swaying my wife because I'm celibate. Yeah. It's only my brothers to have children now. Have they joined the Jihad of Egypt on the defense? No? How you doing? Okay, no one else has joined the defense, so you haven't called for us. When you call us, we'll be there. Matter of fact, I think it would be better off that you don't call us, so we can go out and raid. As a matter of fact, get ready for that. Get the ships. Just want to give you a head start. Yeah, he's one of my commanders, but I can make him Hindu, but he could still be a holy Hindu commander with those type of traits. Even though it's going to get him kicked out of that Chosen of Ashoka society. But still, he serves India. Fortunately, I'm no longer diligent. It's time to raid. She'll lead this army. And head for Somalia and start raiding. We're besieging for now. Of course, that means you get your share of Egypt, while we don't. Oh, that one's born sickly. Oh, wait a minute, we have someone better. Him. Faster siege speed. Get the heck back over here. We're working on it. We got it. The rumors were true. The holdup of area was filled with treasure. Since I was the leader of the assault, I wasn't there, personally. I'll take the best share of the loot for myself, but I will not forget to share a part of this bountiful prize with my brothers and sisters of the Followers of Otso, informing me of the existence of the treasure. It's time to return home. Oh my goodness. Murdered by you. about to say, you're gonna pay for this. I mean, should you live long enough, I'm gonna start antagonizing you for killing my wife, who I... It's like, yeah, despite our bit of a differences here and there, but we were good friends. Okay, now get back over here. They told us to raid the county, and we did it. That's all we need. Thank goodness that I'm Hindu, because we can do this sort of thing. How's your jihad going? No progress. Then again, you are in areas that are already occupied by the little revolt of theirs. So again, we'll assist you if you call us to do so. My brother's wife. But remember, if I see raiders, I'm going to kill them. Not those guys. He's gonna be one for intrigue. Should start using that money. Because, you know, we still have structures to improve in the domain. So we can have more domain levies as a way of increasing India's strength, as well as, you know, quelling any possibility of rebellion. We inherited those parts. Belonged to a Hungarian Hindu who serves Mala. Leave that alone. Oh, and that part too. That one's part of Anatolia. Serbian Catholic revolt. He'll take care of that. More loot. Scurvy. Oh. Oh yeah, my rival's gone. Unless I took him out. I don't remember. I think he was gone before I finally got to him. Also, no defensive pack against me. That means I can expand to wherever I want if I wish to. So, just wait for that retinue to be fully reinforced, which they will in time. And then finally launch the invasion of Italy, which they are weakened in the moment, which gives us the grand opportunity to do so. Of course there goes independent. Yeah, the man who killed my wife. Who could love such a freak? He's mad. Once I get him rivaled, then I'm gonna challenge that old wise guy to a duel. In fact, let it be known that that not only we have so much troops and we're raiding China, as China still suffers from a great famine. Well, I guess I'm rivals with this man. If he's got a problem with me, let's fight it out. As they call him the feeble one. Yeah, one more duel, alright? We'll end the episode in next month. And then after that, the next episode will be about the invasion of Italy. In which is going to be a tough one. Because we don't know that after this, and we'll install a Buddhist man into the Italian throne, which we will give Italy independence, so that both Italy and Serbia can support each other on whatever circumstance that's happening that relates to Buddhists, despite the fact that I'm Hindu. Though I can convert to Buddhism if I wanted it to. But yet I worry about France here that may expand their reach into these areas since they're awfully close to Serbian territory. At least the Calip's winning and he hasn't called for us for help yet. Oh, he accepted the challenge. Let's fight. Though I don't want to be merciless, just say, take that. Now I'm a renowned duelist. Twice. And duel for honor. I was fresh off of a duel. So it's gonna have to wait until the next episode. And plus, he's involved in a war. Against that man who's a fellow Hindu. Which I could help him out and screw him over, but I don't care. Why would I want to do that? So far so good for this young Samrat Chakravartin. Raiders. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not involved because I forgot I put this over there. God dang it, man. Can't disband him out of the battle. Well, I made that mistake. Okay, so raise it again, but this time put me over here. And you're coming with me, and so is the Muslim Holy Warrior. We'll deal with these guys in a moment, just one more fight, and then we'll close the episode on that note. Unless these vassals beat us to it, which they will. Mine. My battle. And we got a prisoner. Mongol Buddhist. We can recruit you. You know, just to stick around in the court. War's a pretty dirty business. But it's good business. Because, what's going to happen in the next episode is we'll continue to rank up in the Followers of Otso and maybe eventually become a legend, which would be outstanding. Well, what will be outstanding is the invasion of Italy, which is not going to be under Indian control for long, because we have plans to turn that land Buddhist, so we can just stick it up to the Catholics. And then we'll start worrying about the French threat, in which we can rectify that threat by fighting a rivalry war against them. But if I wanted to destroy that empire for good, we have to conquer China, put a Tamil, the Chola man in the throne, and after that, and then we can use the good graces from China to request an invasion of Francia and have that realm destroyed, so that way there can only be one undisputed superpower in the world. That's what the 1300s is about, and that's the reason why I decided to extend that series, is because of these unusual circumstances, such as a Tamil Hindu in a pagan warrior lodge. So it's a good start of how to join and whatnot. And there'll be more good things coming for the next episode for Irâcâtitta, Bear Spirit. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode, because for the next one, we're going to invade, and the raids trying to continue, and rank up, and the Followers of Otso. Until then, so long for now.